Hey, how you doing, my friends? This is Solomon. The other day, it was a while. It was actually a while ago. It was a couple of years ago. A buddy of mine, when I was in Israel, a buddy of mine was he ordered a pair of black Italian leather shoes. And I remember he came up to me and he told me, he said, "Hey, Solomon, take a look at these shoes. I mean, they're awesome." And I saw, and it was on it was through, I think it was through Amazon. And it was just a beautiful pair of black leather Italian shoes. I said, "Man, those are nice shoes. I think you should go ahead and get it." And it cost about $150. And a month later, he was actually supposed to receive it in 2 weeks. A month later, he got the box. And he was so excited to, when he received the box. He took the box, so excited for me, just ripped the whole thing open. And then, to his tremendous disappointment, he was so disappointed. That beautiful black Italian leather shoes, when he opened the box, it was this puke green color shoes. Just ugly, ugly pair of shoes. So what's the whole point of the story? There was a movie out there that was called The Secret. And The Secret was a beautiful video. And it talked about the mind and the power of the mind and how what you see and how you're able to attract things through your visualization, through your mind. There was one missing ingredient. And I'm going to teach you what that missing ingredient is as you continue to watch this video. Now, do you want to learn the holy grail of peak performance? Here it is. Tony Robbins, after interviewing and coaching about 50 million people, he discovered what the holy grail of peak performance was. Here it is. And I drew it right here. All right? It goes like this. I hope you can see it. All right? So as you can see, you have potential. Your potential will lead you to the amount of action you're going to take. And then from there, because your action will determine your results. And your results will feed into your beliefs. Now, amazing enough, this cycle, right, from your potential to your action to your results to your beliefs, that cycle is how the rich gets richer and the poor gets poorer. It's the vicious cycle, which is poisonous, versus the victor circle, which is fulfilling. And many people, unfortunately, they're so indebted to this cycle that they don't know how to get out. And this cycle is what feeds into what scientists and psychologists call a self-fulfilling prophecy. And it's this self-fulfilling prophecy that results to self-sabotage. And the self-sabotage can be a brutal, brutal beast. And we hear about it all the time. For example, all those lottery winners, right? You have people winning hundreds of millions of dollars. And all of a sudden, a couple years later, they lose it all. Why is that? It's because, as I talked about in this cycle, their beliefs determined their potential. They believed that they're not really worth or $1 million or $100 million. And as a result, that belief creates what's called a self-concept, an identity, a potential, their own potential, which causes them to take certain actions that will lead them to take certain results, and as a result, it'll just keep on feeding their beliefs, right? I remember when I was living in Virginia, and I learned how to buy real estate with no money down. And I was buying about 2 to 3 properties a month. And within a matter of 5 or 6 months, I was well over $2.5 million in assets. That's how much in assets. I mean, I had so much property that I was buying 2 or 3 properties with no money down. And a couple years after that, what happened? I lost all my properties. I foreclosed about 3 properties, and I had a short sale the rest. So what happened? It wasn't that, the strategy was there, the tactics was there, the potential was there, the action was there, the results was there. However, my belief, my inner conviction was not. So you can be very successful, but if you don't really believe that success, that you're destined to succeed. So if you don't believe that, then automatically what you believe, like Napoleon Hill said in his classic book, Think and Grow Rich, if a man can believe, whatever a mind of man can believe and conceive, it can achieve. And that goes and that feeds into this vicious cycle. It feeds into this victor's circle, right? So unfortunately, I lost those properties. So instead of focusing on strategy, what I started focusing on was changing my belief. And I did that, and I'm going to teach you how. Do you want to learn how to change your belief? Do you want to discover the new advanced mind technology that guarantees peak performance? Here it is. Take complete control over your psychology and physiology. Take complete control over your psychology and your physiology, over your mind and over your body. Here's what happens. When you learn how to take control of your mind and your body, you go into a state, what I call a state of total conviction. Some people may call it certainty. Some people may call it confidence. And some people may call it faith. Whatever it is, I call it a state of tremendous conviction. And because when you're in that state of tremendous conviction, this is what happens. You think differently. You act differently. You behave differently. You become a creative problem solver. You start focusing on solving problems. You start, instead of dwelling in problems, you start focusing on solving problems, right? You start talking differently. And it doesn't matter what problems come in front of you, you'll find a way to overcome your challenges, overcome your obstacles. Because all you did was simply change your psychology and your physiology. Your physiology feeds into your conviction. Your physiology feeds into your confidence. That's all it really takes. Is it that simple? Well, try it. Try it. It is that simple. But it can also be that hard. Jim Rohn says, what's easy to do is also easy not to do. Learn how to control your mind, how to take over your mind. Learn how to take over your physiology, how to take over your body. And you'll learn how to take over your life. This is what happens when you control the mind and the body. You start focusing on satisfying results instead of satisfying statistics. You find the courage, the mindset, the mental attitude, the physical strength to fall down 7 times and get back up. And you keep getting back up. Because falling down is just a state of mind. Just like getting back up. Now, I'm going to leave you with this. There was a story by a rabbi, his name is Tov Heller, who once said, if you want to meet a princess, make yourself into a prince. Remember, life begins with your mindset. And it's through your faith, conviction, and level of certainty that will determine your potential, which feeds into the amount of action you're going to take, which then creates certain results. And as a result, it will continue to feed into your beliefs, into your convictions. And that, my friends, is how you go from a vicious cycle to the victor's circle. Thank you, my friends, for listening to me. If you want to learn more about learn more of what I do, click on the link below. First, if you like this video, please add your comment. I'm interested to hear what you have to say. And secondly, If you want to learn more of what I do and the research, the tremendous research that I do on the body and the mind and the soul, click on the link below. Enter your email address, and that way you can receive emails that will let you know of the new video blogs and the videos that I create. Thank you for watching Solomon's TV. Until next time, take care.